Today we discuss about plant tissue culture. What is the plant tissue culture? So simply, the plant tissue culture is the culture of the tissues, or the tissue is come from the plant. So the different type of tissues, just like the leaf, root, shoot, these are culture in the laboratory or in vitro condition. That is known as the plant tissue culture. So the plant tissue culture is a collection of techniques used to maintain or grow plant cells, tissues or organ under sterile condition. So the plant tissue culture is the collection of techniques, a different type of techniques we have to use in the plant tissue culture. In this technique we maintain and grow the plants, and that plant is grow by the cells, tissues and organ under sterile condition. It means they grow in the lab, they grow in the test tubes, they grow into the flask. That is known as the plant tissue culture. In the plant tissue culture we need the nutrient culture medium, and that nutrient culture medium is the all elements is provide for the growth of the plants. So the plant are grow into the lab. The plant tissue culture is widely used to produce clones of a plant in a method known as the micropropagation. So the micropropagations is the technique, or in this technique we grow the plant into the lab. So the word micropropagation means the two words are there. First one the micro, second one the propagation. So the micro means a small parts of the plant, just like the cell, tissues and organ, and we grow, that is known as the propagation. So in the field, when the plant is grow by the seed, that known as the propagation. But if the plant is grow by the cells, tissues and any organ, that is known as the micropropagation. So the micropropagation is the technique which is under in the biotechnology or the plant biotechnology. We use the lab, we use the artificial medium, and we use the artificial environment, and from that we can grow the plant and develop the new varieties. So the plant tissue culture is very important in the field of biotechnology or in the agriculture. The advantages of plant tissue culture: the production of extracts copy of the plants that produce particularly a good flowers, fruits. So if we talking about the advantages of the plant tissue culture, the first advantage is we can produce the same copy of the plants, and from we can take the good flowers, good product, good plants, good fruits and any derivatives from the plants. So that is the exact copy of the plant. We can Xerox copy, we can make the Xerox copy of the plant. So the same plants with a lot of number, so we can benefit the productions. Second one is to quickly produce mature plants. So in the plant tissue culture or by these techniques we can produce the mature plants very quick in the not a take time. So there is short time we can produce the mature plant. The production of multiple of plant in the absence of seed. So when the seed is not available and the seed is not we maintain or we not use the seed, but without the seed we can produce the multiple copy of the plants. So this one is the very good advantages of the plant tissue culture. Next one is the regeneration of whole plants from the plant cells and has been genetically modified. So in the plant tissue culture or the plant biotechnology we generate the whole plant from the cell. So a single cell can make the whole plants. So this one is a very big advantages, and we can genetically modify. So when we select the cell and we modify the gene in the cells, and after that we culture that seed cells and we grow the plant as a technique of plant tissue culture, so that plant is modified plants, and from this technique we can do and we can advantages of the plant tissue culture in the field of agriculture. The production of plants in sterile containers that allow them to move with the greatly reduce the chance of transmits disease, pests and the pathogen. So this one is a very important advantages. When we produce the plant in the sterile condition, that time we can allow to reduce the transmit of the disease, because the sterile condition, the bacteria, virus, fungus or any type of the pathogens cannot be grow, and they cannot be do the disease in the plants. So the disease resistant or the disease free plants we can grow by the technique of plant tissue culture. The production of plants from the seeds that otherwise have very low chance to the germinate or the grow. One important thing is there, when we grow the plant with the seeds. So for the example, we grow the 100 seeds in the field. No, the 100 plants can be the survive. After that, the 80% or 70% plant can be the survive from the seeds. But in the plant tissue culture, the all seeds and all type of the cells and all type of plant which is the grow under the plant tissue culture, they survive. So this one is a very important advantages. We produce the all plants from the plant tissue culture, but if we do from the seeds in the field, that is the 80 to 90% only. Sometimes the very good seeds, so the 90% germination are there, but if the seeds is very not in the very good quality or not a healthy, only the 60 and to 70% is germinate. So this one is a very important advantages of the plant tissue culture. To clear particular plants for the viral and the other infections and quickly multiply these plants as a clean stock of the horticulture and the agriculture. So this one is a very important things. The particularly the plant which is infected from the virus, we can quickly multiply these plants and we can clean, and virus resistant or virus free plants are grow in the technique of plant tissue culture for the horticulture and the agriculture. Advantages of plant tissue culture: the availability of the raw materials, the variations in the supply or the quality, the patent rights, easy purifications of the components, modification of chemical structure, disease free and desired products, and crop improvements. So these are the 7 categories or the point of the advantages of the plant tissue culture. The explant: any part of the plants taken out and grown in the test tube under sterile condition is special nutrient medium is called explant. So the explant is nothing, it is a part of the plants. So the living part of the plant which is grow into the test tube, which is grow in vitro condition, and we produce the whole plants. So that part is known as the explant. So the explant may be the leaf, shoot, root, any part of the shoot, that is known as the node, internode, any part of the leaf, the cutting of the leaves, cutting of the roots. So the any part of the plant which is the live, must be live, that small part is known as the explant, and we can grow in the sterile condition under the a nutrient medium or in the tissue culture lab. After that, the explant is grow, we can make the a Xerox copy or the multiple copy of the plant. Method of plant tissue culture. Plant tissue culture include the 2 major methods. We include the 2 major methods. First one is type of the in vitro grow. So in vitro we can grow in the lab, in the plant tissue culture, and these are a callus culture and suspension culture. So the callus culture is a globular culture, and that callus is come from the any X plant. So when we grow the X plant or the part of the leaf or part of the shoot or part of the root into the medium, and after the 2 and 3 week the globular structures are found or the grow, that is known as the callus culture. Second one is known as the suspension culture. So the suspension culture means in the liquid we grow the cell of the plant, that is known as the suspension culture. The second method is the type of the explant. So the different type of the explants we can grow, and the different type of cultures are there. The first one is a single cell culture. It means a single cell we can culture in the aseptic condition or in the lab. So that is known as the single cell culture. Second one is the shoot and the root culture. We can use the shoot, that is known as the shoot culture. If we use the root, that is known as the root culture. Next one is the somatic embryo culture. The somatic embryo culture means the embryo is developed by the somatic cell or vegetative cells. So any type of the leaf cells, any type of the stem cells or the root cells, we can develop the embryo from that cell, that is known as the somatic embryo, and that type of culture is known as the somatic embryo culture. Next one is the meristemic cell. We can take the meristemic cells from the plants and we culture, that is known as the meristem cell culture. Next one is anther culture. When the anther is poured into the aseptic condition or in the test tube in the lab, that is known as the anther culture. Next one is the haploid productions. So we can use the anther, we can use the micropore, we can use the pollen grains, and from that we produce the plant, and that produced plant is known as the haploid plant production, because they have the haploid, they are a single set of the chromosomes. Next one is the protoplast culture. When we isolate the protoplasm from the cell, the protoplast means without cell wall, a cell without cell wall. When we digest the cell wall of the cell, and that cells can be the culture, that is known as the protoplast culture. Next one is the somatic hybridization. So we can use the hybridization technique. We can hybrid the cell, we can join the cell. The two cells can become the one cell, that is known as the hybrid cells, and from the cells we produce the plant by the technique of plant tissue culture, that is known as the somatic hybridization. Next one is the embryo culture. So we take the embryo from the seeds, we isolate the embryo from the seeds, and the embryo is poured into a nutrient medium or in the lab, and that embryo is germinate, and from that culture is known as the embryo culture. Next one is the ovule culture. So the ovule we can take from the flower, the ovary parts is isolated, and that isolated explant is inoculated into the medium. That type of the culture is ovule culture. Next one is the ovary culture. We can isolate the ovary from the flowers and we pour into the MS medium or the nutrient medium, and the ovary is developed. So that is known as the ovary culture. So these are the different type of the a culture under in the plant tissue culture. Next one is the environmental condition. So in the environmental condition or in the lab, we provide the nutrient medium, aseptic condition or aeration of the tissues, because without air or without light the plant cannot be survive. So the three environmental conditions are followed or the maintained into the lab: nutrient medium, aseptic condition, and aeration of the tissues. Nutrient mediums. So the different type of the elements are into the mediums, and that mediums is known as the nutrient medium. The medium depend upon the type of the tissue culture or the cell used for the culture. Generally we use the different type of the elements, just like the macro elements, micro elements, carbon source, vitamins, amino acids, growth regulators, and the pH is 5.7 is very important for the nutrient medium. Aseptic condition. We provide the aseptic condition in the lab. So our lab is fully aseptic and the kill all microorganisms present in the lab. So our plants can be the survive and they are healthy. So in the aseptic condition, the nutrient mediums contain the sugar which increase the growth of microbes. So we provide the aseptic condition for the nutrient medium. These microbes complete and they grow in the tissues or the finally kill it. So the aseptic condition is very important. It is the important to maintain aseptic condition in the lab, and the sterilization is very important to stop the growth of the microbes. So the aseptic condition is maintained in the lab. Next one is the aeration of the tissues. So the proper aeration of the culture tissues is also very important except of the culture techniques. It is achieved by the occasionally stirring the medium or the stirring or the automated shakers we can use. So in the cell suspension culture, the suspension culture is always be rotated. So the aerations is provided to the medium and the plants. So these techniques is very important. So in the plant tissue culture, these are very important for that, and we can use for the production of the plant in the agriculture or the horticulture, and this techniques is very important for the future of agriculture. Thank you.